everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Bills going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go!
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. This time Taylor will throw. Being chased out left. He's going to run again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Here we go!
Sims. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Woods, 67 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. That one goes for 24 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
11 yards on the pickup, and the Texans are going to have a first.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a three-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
They'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat.
Here we go.
And Sims lost it. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters, and the second-round pick out of USC one to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they can utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
They go play action now, Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action, now Taylor. This will be caught at about the 3. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Stephon Gilmore gets better and better every year, continues to excel in pass coverage.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll go with the keeper. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. On the direct snap, Perkins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Paul Perkins taking it in. And the Bills will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll give the Texans a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, starting lineup for the Bills, and a disruptor on the line, certainly Shaq Lawson.
Loved him during his time at Clemson. Really, really liked him when he played in the national championship game because he wasn't 100%. He'd gotten hurt in the game before and found a way back onto the field and made a difference.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 54 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Bills. A handoff to start the drive to Sims. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Toss play to Sims. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's Perkins on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They go play action with Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. Now 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And here come the Bills. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. He's got time in the pocket. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there. Taylor to Watkins. 53 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. They'll come out in the pistol. They go counter. Perkins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Find Taylor, hit, he lost the football. The big fella, the 30. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it again with Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to look deep down. It's caught at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you can just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, it sparked a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
This time Taylor will throw. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Taylor, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Two receivers left, one to the right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Fourth down. Here's Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Here's Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They go play action with Taylor. And that is incomplete here. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go. What? Nice round.
They'll run with Marshall. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
Now Marshall. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And Green with a catch left side. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the result.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead. And his kick is right through. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
When a ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete, sometimes it's almost insignificant, but not in this game because 3 interceptions have already been thrown. So when this one got tipped in the air, you just had to wonder, could this be the 4th?
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. He's got time. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Flex round. Flex, let's go.
Now Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come out here in the eye. And here's Marshall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans add on. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Play action, it's Taylor. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And got his man complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Here's Taylor to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 1st and goal from the 5. They'll toss it out to Sims. And he'll be be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Now Sims, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And he's got it up and through. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes the Texans now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
This is Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best on that play?
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Slot man moves right. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Taylor. Flush to his right. Time for a break. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. 10 yards to go on 3rd. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. J.J. Watt in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Another pistol look here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Green with a catch left side. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for a Houston first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just...
Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll give it to him right up the gut. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.